things that people say that oppose commercial bail is that poor people languish in jail. And so I guess one of the first things I want to ask you, if somebody has a $500 bond, do they have to have $500 to get out of jail?
No, they have to have $100 to get out of jail. Minimum bond in the state of Florida is $100.
So if it's a $500 bail, they have to, but okay, now does the defendant have to have $100 on him, or he just stays in jail?
No, what we typically do is get contact for his family or friends, or especially on a small bond like that, and see who we can get in touch with. And in my company, we actually go to the extent of going knocking on doors, or getting a hold of the family if they don't have phones or don't have phone numbers, because this day and age, a lot of people don't even remember a phone number. So, and we try to get 2 or 3 people to come up with whatever it is, the amount of the bond.
So you could bring 2 or 3 different people in on $100 payment?
Absolutely, we do. We try.
And you can't make that much money on a $100 bond.
Maybe $15 at the end of the day.
So you end up, so if it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you're not going to get up for $15.
I get up. It doesn't matter what time of the day, where I am. If I'm at dinner with my family, we go.
Wait a minute. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You're only going to make $15.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to talk to 3 or 4 different people who know the defendant.
Mm-hmm.
Can't you just tell them to wait for another day or something?
No, because there is no other. We're trying to get them out today, and in our counties, we are trying to get them out before first appearance, before the judge raises their bond even more. So we're doing everything we can to help the person who's sitting in jail, trying to get out on his $100 payment at this time.
So in your experience, are there big numbers, like they say, of poor people languishing in the jail?
No, there's big numbers of people whose families have given up on them, who've been through the system too many times. Because at the end of the day, most of the people that are on small bonds are in there because people, their families, their relatives, their boss, they've burned every bridge they can, and they can't even get one person to step up and give $100 to help them out.
And so when they burned every bridge, maybe that includes that they failed to appear
Absolutely.
in the past.
They failed to appear, they stole from their families. There's a litany of things that could have happened. But yeah, if they're sitting in there on a $100 premium, it's not because they're poor. It's because their family is, because we go and say, to 5 people, you have $20 each, and everybody's got $20 to donate to, and they won't. Mom will say, grandma will say, no, I'm done, I'm tapped.
So the bond you're not writing is one where the mother and the grandmother are saying, hey, I've had it up to here. Yes, sir.
Exactly. Yeah. They're going to let them. They need to sit and learn that lesson.
Now, if they do want to get them out, you're going to the jail at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, I am. I'm doing paperwork and then going to the jail and posting the bonds. And often I'll even wait for them and drive them home.
So the people that do pretrial services, like that do bracelets, or they're going to do a drug test, or they have these publicly funded programs, when you go to the jail at 2 o'clock in the morning, are they there?
Never seen one of them there.
Never there at 2 o'clock in the morning. They don't do. In your experience as a bondsman, when they say pretrial supervision and it's some kind of government program, are they really supervising?
No, not at all.
So what does that mean, really?
I've yet to know what that really means. What's amazing to me is they'll put a person who committed a misdemeanor domestic on pretrial probation or pretrial, but yet they won't put a person who allegedly committed a serious crime. So we're spending all our resources on a guy that just can't go home because he had a domestic with his wife, but we don't spend any money for a guy who did a robbery last week, and so it makes no sense. The whole program makes no sense to me. I've yet to see them out. The only thing they do is throw people back in jail when they're on probation or on a pretrial. They'll violate them for every little thing that they could come up with, and that way they get back into jail.
Well, when they test them, when they do drug tests or some of those things in supervision, talking about harming the poor, Who pays for those tests?
The state.
The state pays for them, and then is any of that passed on to the client? Like, what if I have a job and they tell me I have to check in? What happens to my job?
You have to check in.
Yeah. So regardless, right?
Yeah.
And what do those people do if they don't show up to court?
Absolutely nothing.
Really?
Yeah, no. They don't. I've never seen anybody actually. They don't actually go out and arrest anybody or bring them back into court.
Okay, that brings me to my next question. I'm trying to understand how this works. You write a bail bond,
Yeah.
and it basically says the guy's going to be in court. So in your career, has anybody ever missed court?
Yes, more than one.
Why do you laugh? I mean,
because it happens all the time.
why would they? Because they just forgot?
Sometimes,
Okay.
but that's not usually the case. We notify everybody that they have court. So
Oh, you tell them ahead of time.
Absolutely, we
So
call everybody.
do you bill the county for that?
No,
You don't. Okay, so you call them up and tell them you have to be in court.
correct. I have one person hired that does court notifications. That's what they do.
And you pay for them.
I pay them.
The county doesn't pay for
No,
them. The
not
judge
at all.
doesn't pay.
No,
Okay. So if you call them up, why would they miss court?
because they don't want to go to jail.
Oh, so they know they're going to go to jail?
Well, eventually, yeah. That's they broke the law, and many times they don't want to face the music.
So what do you do then? You call them up and you say you missed court, you need to turn yourself in?
No, we don't do that. We have to. Nobody's going to do that. We're going to have to go get them.
What do you mean go get them?
We're going to have to go, no matter if it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 4 o'clock in the morning, and go find them, hunt them down, and get them back into the system.
Meaning you put them in the jail?
Myself and my team go and put them back in the jail.
Wow. And how much do you bill the county for that?
0.
So, all right. Mr. Milano, thank you very much.
Thank you.